Welcome back to another guys, and today we're gonna be talking about boss 24 and how to get over 80 millions. Honestly, this is the boss where you can get a lot of points because of the amount of HP the boss has, 999 million. Basically create a poison team and stack a poison. As you can see, I actually swapped Murray. I have Murray, which is 2.5 star, just for the first turn. That's the only reason you need Murray, because he creates 4 poison dice straight away when you have a bunch of green dice on the dice map. And then 11 is going to automatically activate those due to her ability, the reactive ability, and you're going to be able to deal with the boss straight away a bunch of poison. And then you have basically Dustin swiping green dice. Dustin is going to create poison. Erica is also going to create poison when you swipe red dice. You have Mike, who's going to you can use the ability to instantly, if there's a lot of green dice, you can instantly turn them all into poison dice. And then 11 is going to keep activating those poison dice for the remainder of the match, of the attempt. And then you just, it's a matter of going. As you can see, I already got 63 turns of poison and we still have 30 seconds. Now I'm just swiping right now. I really want to hope you don't get too many chain reactions. You want to keep the matches simple, though sometimes, as you can see, it just happens. There's a lot of chain reactions and this can definitely waste your time. As you can see, after every swipe, the poison deals around 3 million damage, which is crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, we're almost done with the first attempt, and okay, this is the final one. Okay, we cannot really give too much poison because the enemy has to hit, but anyway, we managed to get 28 million points on the first attempt. I actually did get 31 million once on this boss. I think my last week, because you only play this like once a week. And you cannot really experiment much. But yeah, Murray is a pretty, in the beginning, straight away poison dice were created. 11 is going to activate them, and straight away you get 9 turns of poison from the get-go, which is crazy, it's just really nice. So yeah, green color definitely has some of the best poison characters in the game. And then you have Erica, but hopefully if they actually add poison characters for purple, blue, and yellow, if something with Dustin or Erica's abilities, when you swipe yellow dice you create poison. That's gonna be have an OP team if you have 5 of those, one of each color. But yeah, alright, here Murray died very quickly, and this actually made Dustin swap to make some healing dice, which isn't that great. Well, but what can you do, honestly? What can you do? You just keep going. Alright, so we just there's a lot of chain reactions, and sometimes it's just really wasting time, and you really want to hope. It's really luck, it's RNG at this point, because you've done your job. 44 turns of poison is pretty nice. I'm happy with that, so I'm just gonna keep swiping dice. So we just keep going. But these, yeah, it just keeps creating poison dice. They're gonna get activated, and yeah, it's just a lot of poison right here. But yeah, this team is pretty solid actually. I think it pretty much guarantees that you're gonna get 80 million every time. Honestly, it depends how you swipe the dice, and depends the starting dice lineup as well, because if you have no green dice, then Murray cannot create poison dice. If there's no red dice, then Erica cannot create the poison dice. So yeah, it really depends on your starting combination. What I've noticed is if I have a lot of red and green dice to begin with, I usually score way higher. So this time I almost got 27 million, which is a pretty nice score for this mission, guys. I mean, come on. Okay, and yeah, if you start with a lot of green dice or red dice, you're pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna get way more points by the end of the attempt. Otherwise, if you have just start with some blue or purple, you don't really need these. You cannot create chains and create poison. Then yeah, it's getting really tough. But yeah, okay, so this is the last attempt. Again, same team. As you can see, we managed to create a bunch of poison straight away, almost 30 tons of poison in the first 20 seconds, which is crazy. It's really nice. But yeah, the Murray, this is the downside of Murray, because mine is only 2.5 star. I actually wanted to test him. When he dies, then Dustin is going to create a lot of these healing dice, and this could backfire on you eventually. But anyway, I'm happy with the score. We did do pretty well, 40 turns, because the boss has so much HP. Having less turns of poison is still nice because of the amount of HP the boss has. So 40 turns of poison is pretty solid here for this boss in particular. Not for the lower bosses, but for boss 24 it's pretty alright. You should do between 40 and 50 turns of poison and then just keep swiping. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, 2 million per hit from poison. That's really crazy. We have a lot of chain reaction on this attempt. This is something I didn't like. It was way too many chain reactions, way too much time loss, and this affected my score eventually. But yeah, I'm pretty happy because I managed to score over 80 million. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is it for Boss 24. Let me know your teams that you used and what scores you got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all on my next video.